Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and welcome to the Darkest Dungeon. So I hope you enjoyed that intro, and basically I started recording this series and I thought you guys wouldn't want to see the story or the intro, and a lot of you have asked for it. So basically all I've done here is I've just included the introduction, and I'm going to have a quick look at the introductory level. It's a really good way to learn the gameplay, so stick with me and we'll have a quick look at it. So I've just got an introduction video here. Just so you know too, the narrator's voice in this game is amazing. So even though I'm usually pretty chatty during my videos, when his voice comes on, and I've got the recording software set up so his voice will be as clear as mine, I'll stop talking while he talks. Okay, so if you're ready, let's do this. And I'm pretty sure this is the intro cutscene.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay, so here we are in the tutorial. So basically you start just with two characters, and you always begin with these two characters in the game. There's a lot to explain, so I'll just explain it as we get to each part. So your map screen down here, you can move it around by holding down the right mouse button, and the scroll wheel zooms in and out. So I'll zoom it in so you can see a bit better. So basically you move by going to these hub rooms, and you'll notice there's 4 rooms in between, or 4, that's like a passageway, and we have to move towards it.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Okay, so it's WASD to move, and basically, yeah, your characters just move, That little white light above his head was our stress meters, and stress is a factor in this game.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Okay, so combat in this game is turn-based, like old school RPGs. Now, when we were surprised, we switched positions, which you can switch back, but it does take a move. So you click move and then where you want to move to. However, we're just going to fight anyway. So your characters have skills, and you can buy more as the game goes on. So we're going to start with open vein on our highwayman. The yellow or white dots, depending how your monitor colours are what positions you can use this skill from, which doesn't really come into effect in the tutorial. And the red dots are, if there was 4 monsters right now, I could attack the first 2 with it. Because there's only one, it's going to work no matter what. Okay. And now it's his turn. Resist means the status effect didn't work, so it must have been going to give us a move back or bleed effect. So you can see he's got 4 hit points left, and he's going to take 2 damage before he moves again. We're just going to use the Crusader's Smite, which is just like his normal attack.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And when you beat monsters, there's normally a loot screen. Most of the time you just click take all. Alright, to switch back, you just click either your characters, click move, and where you want them to go. So the Crusader's better in the front line. Alright, another part of this game is there's a lot of objects you can find. So you just push up, or it's the W key. Sometimes they're trapped, you never know what's going to happen, so let's click check inside. And
leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Okay, so this game is a roguelike game, which means that sometimes this will be different every time you play the tutorial. So treasure is very much randomized. It's a good chance to quickly talk about roguelike games. Roguelike, even though a lot of things are similar, like the characters and things, the way they interact is different every time. So you can see we've walked to the end of the passageway, so now we push up to go through the door.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Okay, so we managed to surprise them, which is awesome, which means we get a free attack in. Now you can see this guy is taking up 2 spots because he's a big monster, or a character. And he looks like a bit of a tank with 35 hit points. The guy at the back only has 12 and probably deals a fair bit of damage. So looking at our skills, we're going to try and take out the back guy. So we're going to use this pistol shot skill and try and kill the back guy. Alright, so he's only got 5 left. Now the Crusader has a skill called Zealous Accusation. And see how the 2 red dots have a joining between them? That means the skill is Air of Effect and will hit the front 2 creatures. And I just made a mistake and I forgot that the Bloodletter is taking up the front 2 places. But that's okay, we've got another move to kill this guy. Ah! Okay. Area of effect attacks are often a bit weaker, but they either have a status effect, so we're going to take 1 point of damage from bleeding, or they do things like stun or things like that. Alright, let's try and stun this guy ourselves. So the Crusader has a stun attack, and this guy is 50% resistant to stun. And unfortunately he resisted it. Alright, now this guy's almost dead now, so let's just do Area of Effect and hope we kill him with the Area of Effects blast here.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And yes, we did. You notice there my Crusader swap positions. Some monsters have attacks that change your battle order. which can be quite disastrous if it pushes a weaker party member into the front line. So, it's not too bad though. We'll have one more try to stun. And we got it this time. Excellent. Alright, let's try and make this guy bleed ourselves. So we're going to try and use Open Vein. And we got bleed effect on him too. In this game, status effects play a major part. So you can do a lot of extra little damages and effects if you can land enough status effects on enemies. Okay. Characters become resistant to stun after they've been stunned. I think it's so you can't just stun lock them. Anyway, this guy should die this turn.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Okay. And there's a chest here. Now, trapped chests, and some objects are trapped too, have a 100% chance of the trap going off if you open them. I think this is just here to teach you not to touch trapped chests. You can buy keys in town to open them. Alright, so let's end the tutorial. Okay guys, so I hope that gave you a bit more of the backstory and gave you a quick intro to combat. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Let me know if you want to see more of this game. I'm really enjoying it. And subscribe if you haven't joined us yet. And as always, crew, stay happy. This is HappyDays signing out.